What's up, guys? Welcome back to Big Yogi'Z Garage. Today I got Monica Morales, project coordinator for NHA, right?
Yes.
And what does NHA stand for?
Neighborhood Health Association.
Okay.
So Neighborhood Health Association is a nonprofit medical organization, and we have several medical clinics throughout the city of Toledo, actually throughout Lucas County, and we do we provide like primary care, dental care, a lot of social services to the community. Our organization's mission is to, through our healthcare and social services, we try to empower and educate our patients and those we serve, and try to help them eliminate barriers to inadequate healthcare, and just promote, good health, preventative health, and just to be a better you overall. But also, we service their need in any way we can, regardless their ability to pay for the services that we provide. So. Okay.
And what kind of activities do you guys provide? What do you guys do for like people and stuff like that?
We do lots of things. We have medical clinics. We have one out in Holland, East Toledo area. A lot of people are familiar with the Navarre Clinic in the East Toledo, the Cordelia Martin Clinic in Central Toledo, and then we have one in our South Toledo Clinic right on South Avenue. We provide primary care, women's health, we provide dental care, we do oncology, we oversee senior centers, we partner with Unison for behavioral health services. We do lots of things. So it depends on who you're asking is what type of things that we have going on, but we even have special programs. We do WIC, Women, Infant, and Children Services. We have the only sickle cell education program in the area. We have a moms and babies program, and we also have our SOS program, which is called Saving Ourselves, and it's a community-based effort program. We try to go out and teach the community just about taking better care of themselves, physical health, mental health, in any way, just, so they can live better and longer.
What is your role at project coordinator? Is that what exactly do you do?
So my title is project coordinator, and I work with all the different areas in our organization. I mean, obviously, we do pediatrics, everything. I work with all the different departments, and we do different projects based on the needs that we see out here in the community. So, like I said, we oversee senior centers. So this particular project that I'm here to talk about today is focused on our seniors and grandparents and any kinship caregivers who are now raising children that they didn't birth, that they didn't have, so yeah.
Yeah, so okay, tell me a little bit about the event that we're here to promote.
So it's going to be held on October 11th, and it's a resource support workshop, again, for caregivers who are raising kids. And every family's different. It could be an aunt, raising, or a neighbor raising their friends' kids, grandparents who find themselves, raising their grandkids for whatever reason. But a lot of times, even though, it's challenging, it can be life-changing for people in this situation, or these type of families, for not only the child, but also for the caregiver. And sometimes even the caregiver themselves forget, that they might need support too out there. So we want to bring people together, especially those families who are living this out, as we speak, and just introduce them to all the different resources that are available out there. They face a lot of different challenges. So we're trying to make sure that they know what support is out there and how to connect to it.
Okay. So how do you know that so many families are in need of this, do you guys have like studies, or do a lot of people reach out to you guys?
Well, yeah, it's just a concern overall in general. Just within the state of Ohio, the number of families, kinship caregiver families, has increased significantly. About 300,000 families, in the state of Ohio are kinship caregiver families.
Wow.
There's about 25% of families in the Lucas County area who are kinship caregiver families, or grandparents are raising the children. So it's increasing significantly. One of the main causes of this issue is the opioid pandemic.
Opioid epidemic or whatever.
Epidemic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I keep saying pandemic.
Yeah,
Yes, but that's actually one of the number one reasons that kinship caregivers or grandparents stepped up to the plate and are now being in that parental role for the child or for the families. I mean, not even just children. There are people that are raising adults who need care. So this workshop is, for everyone who, for those families who are living this situation out today, and just we want to make sure that they know, the support is there.
Yeah. Okay, so it's going to be October 11th. Where and what time and all that?
It's going to be on October 11th. That's a Wednesday at Cedar Creek Church.
Okay.
It's Cedar Creek Church's South Campus, South Toledo campus on Burn Road. Okay. Let me look at the address. It's 2150 South Burn Road.
2150 South Burn Road. Okay.
And if this event, if anyone is interested, they can go on the Neighborhood Health Association website, and there's a link to our upcoming events, and they can register for the event. If you see the flyers around, our QR code's on there. You can just scan it. Okay. It'll link you to it. My contact number is on there. If some people are uncomfortable with doing things online, then you can contact me directly, and I'll take your information and register you as well. So, but yeah. And
then is there going to be programs that people can sign up for there, like to help them? Like, let's say I'm a grandparent and I have, someone I'm taking care of. I go there, you guys are going to actually show me like things where I can get help to support different things?
Yeah, so is there, if I give you kind of like a rundown of the agenda?
Yeah.
So we're hosting this event in collaboration with Lucas County Children's Services, with the Area Office on Aging, with the Believe Center in South Toledo, with NAMI of Greater Toledo. And those are, making sure I didn't forget anybody. And then our organization. So we all work together, collaborated to put this event in place, for our community. So there will be resource tables there for people to get information. But what we're going to do is we base this workshop around the common challenges that kinship caregiver families face. So we'll have a keynote speaker. We'll have breakout sessions where we will have presenters. So we'll have someone from the Area Office on Aging talking about their Kinship Navigator program. We'll have someone from Lucas County Children's Services, presenting on the benefits that they can receive through the Children's Services Organization. And then we'll have a presenter from our organization, Neighborhood Health, talking about all the different health and social services that you are able to access through us. And then the same with NAMI of Greater Toledo. They'll talk about all their mental health resources and stuff they have for the community. So we'll have presenters, and then along with our keynote speaker, and we'll also have a panelist. So all those panelists will provide some input or their expertise in regard to all the different challenges that kinship caregiver families face. And when I say kinship caregiver families, it's the child is now being cared for by someone who they're familiar with, like some type of kin, you know, their aunt, their uncle, their neighbor, you know, they don't necessarily have to be blood related, but it's someone who's, you know, like the child has already known at some point in their life. So.
Yeah, and then what kind of challenges do these grandparents and caregivers have right now?
So the most common challenges from the research that I've done are the legal challenges, financial challenges, family relationship challenges, parenting, social, physical and mental health, and then accessing services. So, you know, the people in the organizations that we brought on board we're here to give you information on how to best navigate through those challenges to kind of make their journey a little bit easier, less complicated.
Yeah, and now since the opioid epidemic has all these, so does a lot of these parents have still problems with like let's say the parents like on and off drugs and they're going in and out of the kids' family, like life, they're bringing troubles to the grandparents or the kinship, and then out. Do you guys have like resources to help that? Like, you know, maybe even like get that parent a little help with the drug addiction or whatever? Yeah,
we would definitely. So at the resource, we can't sign, every family situation is unique and different. So our goal is to connect those families or individuals with the best organization that can help them navigate through those problems. And also provide tips and advice on, you know, on how to get through those issues. Because like I said, every family is different. There's some families where the parent may not be involved at all. You know, there are other families where the parent is involved, you know, for some reason or another, and it may, you know, affect the way the caregiver can care for the child. So that is the whole purpose for situations like that, where we can give you advice, because, you know, it's always a delicate situation, because when you're the caregiver, you have to think about yourself, you have to think about the effects of the child, you know what I mean, and the parent, if the parent is involved too.
Because every single case is unique. There's like, you know, every single one is a whole different thing. Just because there's a lot of, you know, like opioid, but not everyone is like that. Some people are just like struggling because maybe their parent passed away or something like that, right? And that's a whole different thing, right?
Yeah.
That comes with a lot of like trauma and stuff.
And a whole different avenue of benefits, you know. It always depends on your situation. So, you know, like I said, we'll have a keynote speaker there. Our keynote speaker is retired Lucas County juvenile judge Connie Zimmerman. But, you know, she is going to bring her input, her expertise on her years of experience from being working in the county system with different families and all the different legal situations that they faced. And she's done many things outside of, you know, of her of the courtroom as well. So she's gonna, you know, we're happy to have her on board to provide that insight for families on how to navigate through all those different unique and delicate situations with the family.
She's probably seen it all. Because you're a judge in those situations, you've seen from the worst to the best. And
she has a lot of experience with, you know, just family relationship court. You know, so
she was a judge for the juvenile court system?
Lucas County Juvenile Court System.
Zimmerman. I think I actually heard
Zemmelman,
of that. Is it Zimmerman?
Zemmelman.
Oh, Zemmelman. Oh, okay. I thought you meant Zimmerman sounds really,
Yeah, that's an infamous last name.
Okay, so what are the goals for the workshop?
So our primary goal is to bring awareness of this issue. That's our primary goal. And another one is just to remind the caregiver to take care of yourself. It's important, you know, we want to connect the caregiver with other individuals to know that they're not alone in this situation, to create, make connections and network so you have support. You know what I mean? To know that it's okay to talk about these situations, because a lot of times people, you know, I know from my experience, you know, in the Latino or the African American culture, what happens in the home stays in the home. You know, you don't talk about it. You know, we want to let them know that it's okay to talk about it. Seek support. If it's support just by, you know, having an outlet with your friends or you know, connecting, you know, with therapy or some type of support, take care of yourself, because the energy that you have and whatever always reflects, you know, on the child, and you want the child to be healthy in any way they can be, you know.
I 100% agree with you. Like I believe, like lately, I believe that if you really want to be a true leader or a true example, or if you're in charge of someone like that, to actually be that person, you have to focus on making yourself the best version of yourself. And then by you becoming the best version of yourself, that person you were taking care of will kind of notice it, and eventually they'll start taking care more of themselves. Not every single person, but like the majority, especially if you lead by example. So like you said, they can go to the workshop, they can actually learn all these things, they can get, you know, a lot of information, networking with people, and then they don't feel like they're alone too, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes people feel like they're alone in some situations.
They do, yeah, and that's the whole point, to connect you with other individuals who are, you know, also caregivers, you know, for your situation, or the reason that you're raising your grandchildren now may be different, but you still have the one thing in common. The caregiver's life has drastically changed, just like the child. You know, the child most likely went through a traumatic situation, but, you know, a lot of times you forget that, you know, it's a big change for the caregiver too. You're taking on a whole family, you know, and it affects you, you know, financially, mentally, you know, in every area of your life. So that's the main goal, is just, you know, putting it out there, you know, that there's support in the community. Like, for example, I'm getting people who are calling to register, and, you know, I honestly am feeling really good about what I do, because some people, you know, they're taking care of their niece or nephew, and you know, they are connected with resources. Like the Area Office on Aging has so many resources through their Kinship Navigator program, and they love that connection that they have with that organization, but they need support in other ways. You know, maybe their child needs, you know, has some kind of behavioral health issue, or, you know, something like that. I had someone call and actually was very happy to know that, you know, we're pulling all these organizations together, because even though they get support in one area, you know, they really didn't know where to get support in the other areas. So it's kind of like bringing it all together for them.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like the collaboration that you guys are doing is beautiful. That's why I love that. I love collaborating. That's why I want to do this podcast. So it's not all about me. I want to collaborate with people and get their information, their stories out, or even like push people's dreams forward, you know? So I think that's beautiful. Like that, you can help with this, but this organization can help with this, and you can put it all together and have like a complete package for people to work on. And then another thing you said, like, I didn't even think of this. Like the whole time that we're talking, I'm thinking it's, you know, a caregiver might have one kid, but no, you just said it could be like a whole group of kids, right? The grandparent could have like, you know, like the person could have like 4 kids, and then the grandparents have to take care of 4 kids. That's like a whole, the whole time I was thinking, one kid. It could be 4 kids, it could be 5 kids, it could be a dog, like you said.
An adult. You know, it's a stressful situation, you know, it really is. But thankfully that child or maybe that adult does have some type of kin, you know, grandparent or someone in their life that's willing to take on that challenge. You know, that's, you know, it's a blessing, and that's why we consider those caregivers superheroes. That's why we titled the workshop that way, because you are a superhero for taking on that challenge, that life change. You're providing these children with a positive environment, a stable home, you know, food to eat. You know, in some cases, kids might have been bounced from home to home. You never, every situation is different, but for that individual to step up to the plate, you know, you deserve to be celebrated because it's not easy. Yeah. So
do these grandparents and kinship caregivers, do they get help from the government, like extra, like for taking on these? Does like welfare and all that?
Most families do. It depends on your situation.
Oh, okay,
you know, every family is different, but you know, I know, like, if some people may be eligible for Social Security benefits, maybe if a parent passed away, some people may be eligible for just benefits through Lucas County. You know, just all depends on the situation. But I'll say, just in general. But on specifics, it just depends.
If you're a millionaire, you ain't getting nothing. Or you know, I've heard of a kinship program where they give you $500 every 6 months or something like that. You got to sign up, but I don't know too much about that.
But see, at the workshop, that's where you'll learn about those programs and in what situations you would be eligible for certain benefits or what. So that, you know, that's the whole purpose of it. So, and then the way I try to set it up is, like, we have different panelists, you know, on there. So like if participants don't learn or get to know enough through the presentations, they'll have opportunities to ask questions to the panelists, you know, just to elaborate on the things that they really want to know. You know, if something's not answered, you know, in that moment during the presentation or the keynote, the breakout sessions, you know, they just can connect with someone and we'll make sure that we find somebody for them to give them an answer. So, all right. So tell me a little bit about the workshop title. Like, where did it come from? Like, tell me a little bit about that. So it's called Superheroes Need Support Too. Okay. It's a super long title. Yeah. Superheroes Need Support Too, a resource workshop for grandparents and kinship caregivers. Okay. And like I was just saying before, for those individuals who are stepping up to the plate and changing their whole life around, basically, to raise someone else's child, it is considered a hero, you know, in our eyes, in the eyes of the group that put this together, all the different organizations, and I'm sure anybody else who you know observes these type of situations, because it's not easy. These kids are being provided through the caregiver. They're being provided with a sense of stability, comfort. You know, they know they're going to eat the next day. You know, they know they're going to have a warm bed to sleep in, clothing. You know, that's a lot.
Yeah, like a good foundation.
A great foundation. Yeah. So that's why we decided to name it that, because you know, especially like if you're a grandparent, you already went through this one time. You raised your children. You're probably ready to retire and live your retirement vacation life, but then, you know, something happens and here you are, you find yourself raising your children and your whole life changes.
So do you feel caregiver is a superhero?
I do. I honestly think it's, you know, I think God is always at work with me, because when I was assigned this project, my manager had no idea, but I was raised by my grandparents.
Oh, you
and
were?
I have 6 sisters. So like you were just saying a minute ago, like some people aren't just raising one kid. No, my poor grandparents had to raise all 6 of us. Okay. And we were bad. It wasn't
so this is something that's special to you.
Yeah, it's passionate to me, and just doing my research and just learning about all the different challenges and stuff, you know, made me reflect a lot and really appreciate my grandparents. And yes, they certainly are superheroes in my eyes, because we could have been split up and sent to different foster families and, you know, things like that. And no, she kept us together, you know, and that's a blessing right there.
How important are your parents to, your grandparents to you?
Oh, they're everything to us. Yeah, they're everything. They made me who I am. You know, they raised me.
Yeah, they raised you. They gave you the foundation of the person who you are right now.
They certainly did. Yep. You know, at the time I didn't realize it, you know. But
of course,
I wanted to leave and go hang out with friends, but I'm glad they made me stay home, because you know, like I said, they made me and my siblings who we are today. So and it's just kind of crazy that, you know, oh, okay, this is what I'm doing for work now. But that's why I'm very passionate about it, because it is a serious, it is an issue, a growing issue. It's so concerning and growing, especially in the state of Ohio, that Governor DeWine even did a proclamation, you know, so every September, in the month of September, and I think this began in 2019, as far as I know, that's how far back it was, but every month of September is Grandparents Kinship Month. So the governor's, you know, doing a proclamation, you know, because it's a concern.
It's like something that's raising.
It's a growing issue. Yep. So.
Okay. Is there any key messages you want the audience or the community to know about the event?
Yeah. Well, the main thing is I just want to remind people to where to register. You can register on. You can go to Neighborhood Health Association's Facebook page, and you'll find the link to register for the workshop. You can go to our website, and there's the link to register there. If you see any flyers hanging around town, there's a QR code that you can scan, which also directs you to the link to register for the workshop. And then you can also call. My information is actually online on the promotion on our website for this event, and you can also call me directly if you're not a computer person and don't want to register online. But so that's the main thing. But the key point is that that there is a significant increase in grandparents and kinship caregivers that are raising children now, and times are different. You know, we want people to know that you know, for those that are stepping up to the plate, we consider you a superhero, but we understand superheroes can't always do everything, and that you need support. You need support and help out there, and where to know to get that support. So the good thing is, if you go to the workshop, you kind of get to learn all that in one day, in one morning. So just know that, you know, for that situation and that concern, come out to the workshop and learn about it. If you can't make it, just give us a call. Neighborhood Health Association, like I said, is a nonprofit organization, and we serve the underserved and anyone who needs help in any way we can, you know, physical health, mental health, social services. So look us up if you need something. The difference between Neighborhood Health Association and other medical organizations is that we do not turn people away despite your ability to pay. We're gonna, the quality of the care that we provide you is not less just because you don't have insurance or something. You are gonna get quality care in our hands. So those are the key things I wanna say.
That's awesome. And then, and then I'll have Brandon, as long as you send me some information, I'll have Brandon put the QR code and the flyer. He can actually put it inside the interview, the podcast.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'll have Brandon do some of that stuff. And then I've been asking people rapid fire questions because, you know, we're here to promote an event, but I also want people to get to know you a little bit, just to have a little bit of fun and stuff.
All right.
So I just want to ask you some fun questions. Are you a coffee or a tea girl?
I'm a coffee.
Coffee?
Yeah.
All right. Are you morning person or night owl?
I feel like I'm more of a night owl.
Night owl?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, if you had to wear a costume to this event, would you wear a superhero costume or would you wear like pajamas?
I'd definitely dress like Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially because it's called superhero. I forgot about that. Okay. Are you a cat dog or a cat woman?
I'm definitely a dog person.
Dog person?
I'm a dog mom.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, cats are a little sneaky. All right. What's your favorite go-to song?
All right, you know, I came from humble beginnings. You know, I'm a big Tupac fan. That's just the generation where I came from, and I always get geek listening to Machiavelli, Dear Illuminati, any one of his songs. So
Tupac, because they say always that their favorite songs.
Hail Mary, no.
Your favorite songs are from your teenage years.
They sure are.
Yeah, so that's cool. All right, so are you more of a beach vacation or like a mountain getaway?
You know what? I think nowadays I'm turning into more of a mountain getaway person.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you were younger, you were more of the beach vacation.
But now I value my peace.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie, I watch a lot of movies, but the one that comes to the top of my head right now is like Man on Fire from Denzel Washington's in it. Yeah. I don't know why I always like that movie. Yeah, Gladiator's up there too. Can't ever go wrong with that one.
Yeah. If your life was a movie, what would what would be the title of your movie? Think about it.
Treasures from My Crazy Life. No.
Treasures from My Crazy Life. That's a good one. That's the best title. Yeah, we can't even mess with that. All right. If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be?
With any historical figure, man, that's a good question. I would say that I would choose, I would say Martin Luther King. I would love to sit at the table and learn from him.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. What would be one question that you would ask him?
Give me tips on how to how to control your emotions.
Okay.
Because of all people that I'm aware of in this world, he was probably put through many challenges, and from what I'm aware of, he maintained that. He controlled his emotions. And
controlling your emotions is really important.
Yes.
And gets you out of a lot of trouble.
Yes, it can.
All right. So I always ask people certain questions at the end. Who were your role models growing up, or who are your role models right now? Whichever one, however you want to say it. I
think growing up, I was very fortunate to have like a lot of people in my life that I looked up to. I love my grandparents. You know, they definitely challenged me. But you know, the fact that they stuck together and got through things in life. You know, when you grow up and then you reflect back and realize, you know, some things are more difficult than others. So you know, I always looked up to my parents, even my dad, my own dad. You know, I love him. So my parents are always my role models. Just for the simple fact that, you know, they made me who I am.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So, okay, what are your dreams and goals for your job, at your job?
At my job, I'm fairly new to this organization, but from being here so far, one of my goals are to just connect this organization more to the Latino community. Okay. Because, you know, I'm from Toledo, Ohio. There's just so much that we need, you know, and I would love to, that's what I'm working on now, is just helping our organization kind of understand the needs of our Latino community, so I can get my own people to that care and service that we provide. So this is my current goal, but you know, I don't know, other than that, just, you know, my goal is just in any efforts within this organization that I make a positive impact on my community and in my own family. So. Yeah.
Okay. And then when it's all said and done, let's say when you're all completely done at that job, you're retired, what would you want your legacy to be? What would you want the people that work with you to say about you at the end? Like,
I want them to be like, I love her. No. But no, I just, you know.
I mean, we don't know, but I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like, say your retirement party. What do you want them to stand up there and say about you?
I would just love them to know me for me. Understand, you know, love me for the person that I am, for one, whether it's at work or outside of work, but also just value all the hard work that I put in over the years, and, you know, appreciate it, because I feel like, you know, I'm not perfect, but whatever I do and whatever I bring, it comes from a good place. And my goals and intentions are pure, and I just would like them to remember me for that.
Absolutely. And you have a very good track record at your other jobs and stuff like that. Like, people, like, when you leave other jobs, do people miss you and stuff like that? Yeah,
I've never been like fired or let go at a job. And I do connect, still in contact with a lot of people from, former jobs
Of course.
and stuff. Yeah.
So like that goes to show you that at the end of the day, when you're all said and done, I'm sure people are gonna, say great things about you because you seem like a very nice person. And not only that, but you're trying to help out the community, and that's the most important thing. We got to try to help the community. We want to make sure people don't lose their dreams and all that kind of stuff. And that's why a lot of reasons why I want to do this podcast. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate you, okay?
Thank you for allowing us to use this platform, too, to just let people know about our program and what Neighborhood Health Association is, too. So
you're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure you go to her event. Make sure you subscribe and follow Big Yogi'z Garage. Thank you. See you next week on Big Yogi'z Garage. Let's go.